All right, well, welcome everyone to tonight's call. We are grateful to have you here. Heather and I are excited to share with you about a technology that is shifting the wellness paradigm and positively changing people's lives every day. I am Hannah Craig. I'm an independent quantum living advocate with Solex and also a holistic health practitioner. I have been using this technology in my practice for 4 years now, and I specialize in bioresonance therapy. Heather, you want to take a minute to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm also a quantum living advocate with Solex, and I'm just helping people get this technology into their homes and into their practices. It's something that has totally changed my life. I was chronically ill for a couple of years and couldn't eat many foods at all, and it's just really been a huge game changer for me. And so I've just kind of made a pivot and decided to help people get this technology because it's done so much for me and my family.
Wonderful. We have a lot to cover tonight, so we're going to go ahead and dive in. So the AO scan technology is a whole body bioresonance system that allows you to identify energetic imbalances in both your physical and emotional health, and then sends the balancing frequencies back to your body. Tonight, we will cover all about the different programs and the ways that it can support you on your journey to optimal living. But first, we'd like to share a little bit about the history of the AO scan and how it came to be. So we'd like to introduce you to our founder, Lawrence Swinston, in this next video as he shares his story.
We adopted our son, Michael, at 9 months old, and Michael came with a pre-existing condition called cerebral palsy. As Michael started to grow over the next few years, the cerebral palsy it was evident he was headed towards that direction to where a wheelchair would be coming up pretty soon. As parents, like any parents, we just wanted Michael to have the best life possible. And so we traveled to Mexico, England, Germany, various places here in the United States to look at therapies for children with cerebral palsy to see if we could improve his quality of life. And everywhere we went, we were met with pretty much the same explanation. There is no cure for cerebral palsy. And as parents, that wasn't good enough. We felt like there had to be something. There had to be something greater that could help. And when we went out of the country, Germany specifically, Mexico, even one trip to Japan, there was more hope there. There were more things in the works. There were more therapies available. And so that allowed me to start looking into different directions. Now, this is back in the 80s. The internet wasn't around. And so we were going to trade shows. We would go to health shows and health fairs. I became introduced to a book called Mega Brain by Michael Hutchings. And that book became my new Bible, at least as far as it came for therapies for my son, Michael. And in there, through that book, I came across different therapies. Dr. Clark was working with spinning a child in a chair to help develop the inner ear. And he found that this was helping with all sorts of neurological issues. Dr. Persinger was using lights and different flashing lights to the eyes to help stimulate left and right brain connection. And then Dr. Patterson, a neurosurgeon, was developing microcurrent that would be applied just behind the ear or to the earlobe that was helping the brain create new neural pathways. Well, these three things were pretty important to me. And so as we looked into this and started working on this, we eventually developed a machine that later became known as the theta chamber. Michael was our first recipient of that technology. It was the next 6 months that were magical. In those next 6 months, Michael's mobility became almost normal. He transitioned from a handicapped school to a normal school. And Michael is now 40 years old, will be 40 this June, and he's a second-degree black belt, speaks multiple languages to some degree or another. And physically, you would have never known that Michael ever had cerebral palsy. That whole experience was life-changing for our family. And I realized at that time that there were things that we didn't know here. And that led me on this journey, which has brought me to where we are today, 2022. 2008, my wife and I were in China attending a medical convention. And there was a booth there from Russia that had developed a scanner that scanned the body through frequencies through the brain. Well, this was my new real big interest. And We went to their booth, we experienced a scan, a digital body scan, and it nailed us. It showed us everything that was wrong or awry in our bodies to the T. Well, we later worked with that company and acquired the rights to bring that to the United States. And we did that until about 2012. And then when technology had advanced, in other words, Windows 10 came available, the software wouldn't be stable anymore. And so over the next 2 to 3 years, we rewrote all of that software, all of their information on today's technology and today's platform and software. And it became the AO scan. And we've been promoting the AO scan since 2012. And it was a big system. It was a $30,000 scanner that was in a doctor's office, and you'd go in and you'd sit there and you'd be there anywhere from an hour to 3 hours, depending on your scan, based on the old technology. Well, we were able to bring that technology to where we could get it done with much smaller transducers, and we could do it in about 45 minutes to an hour. Well, part of that scanner was inner voice, and the inner voice is where we record about 10 to 20 seconds of your voice, and we analyze 2,000 frequencies over 12 notes. And we're looking for frequencies that are out of range, way high or way low. And as you listen to those frequencies played back in your headset, it helps with your emotions, which helps with some of the other physical issues you'd be dealing with. Well, we thought that that would be an amazing tool to put into the hands of as many people as we can. If you can get a hold of your emotions, then your physical issues aren't as dramatic and you're able to deal with them better. And so we started working with a mobile device that just had the inner voice portion of the scanner on it. Well, as that became ready to go to market, we realized, well, maybe we can add a little bit more of the other scanner to this. And we added a little bit of vitals, a little bit of comprehensive, and we introduced it. And that went for about a year and a half. And then we had people come to us and say, we need to get this out to the masses. And that's how Solex came to be. The full $30,000 scanner in your hand that you can now take and share with the world.
Okay, so that man, Lauren Swenson, and his heart is what inspires Heather and I every day to share this technology with the world, because what started out as wanting to help his son led to helping thousands and thousands of people worldwide. And we know that balance is possible through this technology, and we know that, and we feel that everybody deserves a chance at achieving that. So just a quick recap: in 1982, Lawrence Swenson, he adopted his son, traveled the world to find a solution to help his son have the best quality of life. In 2008, he discovered the NLS system, which is the foundation of AO scan technology. And then because of the results that they were seeing with AO scan, they decided to launch it and bring it to the public. 2020 is when I got started, but officially in 2021, it was available to anyone and everyone. It started out as 4 programs, and since then it has evolved into over 12 programs to help you in body, mind, and spirit feel your best and live your best life. The way AO scan works is everything is energy. If you break yourself down to a cellular level, you are energy. Atoms that are made up of protons and neutrons, which are positive and negative energy, are what create and make our cells thrive. So we are powered by biochemical processes that generate and utilize energy. If you think about other systems out there in the world, especially being used in the allopathic world, things like X-rays, MRIs, CT scans, it's all using different types of frequencies to measure your frequencies in your body. And that is why we respond so well to frequency medicine, such as the AO scan. I'm going to turn it over now to Heather to introduce you to some of the programs on the AO scan.
So the AO scan has several different programs or different modules for you to do different things in them, and we're going to go through a lot of them tonight. But just to give you a little glimpse, there are frequencies that you can run to protect yourself or your loved ones from EMFs to make them less harmful. There is a supplement library in there where you can find out what supplements your body really is in need of. There is customized sound therapy for the emotions, and Lauren talked about that a little bit in the video we just watched. And there are lots of different types of scans and optimizations for the body. We're going to get into all of those, and a frequency generator to help put just about anything back into balance in your body. So the first one we're going to talk about tonight is called Inner Voice, and this is the customized sound therapy. So if you have ever experienced a sound bath or binaural beats, then you know how wonderful that music can be and just how calming it is. But this Inner Voice module, it takes it even a step further and is really dialed into you specifically. It takes a 10-second sample of your voice and reads over 10,000 frequencies in that voice, in your voice, and picks out the 4 that are most out of balance. And from those notes, it will create a customized frequency that is kind of wrapped in sound therapy that is exactly what your body is in need of. And it's very relaxing. For me personally, it's helped calm my nervous system a lot. It has helped me to just have a more positive outlook on life. A lot of people find that it helps improve their mood or boost creativity and sleep. I love to fall asleep listening to the sound therapy. So it's addressing emotional imbalances and then also physical things that are going on in our body. So that is a favorite and a great place to start with the AO scan. This is just a testimony from Tracy, who had been in fight or flight most of her life, and the Inner Voice really helped her get out of that. And if you've had any kind of nervous system imbalance, you know that that's huge. And she's saying, you know, that it changed her life, that she's finally able to relax. And I have found that to be true for myself as well. So it's very powerful. And this is from a small study that was done and had people listening to this customized sound therapy over 21 days. So they were doing fresh voice samples every day for the 21 days. And at the end of that time, 70%, over 70% of people said that it helped improve their depression. Over 50% said it decreased physical pain. 66% decreased anxiety, and almost 50% said they had better sleep. So you can see that it helps in several different ways. And this is MindSync is another module, and this is a newer one to the technology. And I like to think of MindSync as a brain retraining program, because that's what it can do for your brain and really flip the switch on negative thinking and negative thoughts, and even help with self-esteem. Whatever affirmations that you would like to use, you're recording them in your own voice, which that alone makes it very powerful. But it's also combined with this technology that helps mesh the right and left side of the brain so that you can take it in better as truth, more so than just listening to affirmations, especially in someone else's voice. And there's music, and there's a lot more that you can add to this, but it really is a way to reprogram your brain, and people are doing amazing things and having amazing results with this MindSync. So there are practitioners using this in their practice because it is very versatile. It's very quick and easy and effective, and there's a myriad of ways that practitioners can use this to support their clients in between visits. The sound therapy is amazing, or just to look for imbalances or to generate frequency. So there's a lot of different ways this can be utilized. And then we'll move into the supplement library. This is another part of the technology. And I love this part. I kind of geek out on this. This really has helped me. This was a huge thing for me when I started to use it. So you can take your own supplements and scan them into your technology, and it will capture the energetic frequency of each supplement. And you can even do different doses, different brands. So it's not generic, it's very specific to whatever supplement you're using. And then as you do your bioscans, it will tell you exactly what your body is in need of that day. So you can really dial in your supplement use and know what your body's needing. And I put in different dosages, and so I can tell exactly how much my body wants. And I save money because I'm not taking everything every day. I only take it when my body needs it. And then we move on to the SEFI. This is kind of where the magic happens. This is a really fun part. SEFI is a subtle energy frequency imprinter. It is an imprinter and frequency generator. So there are thousands of frequencies in here to choose from for just about any ailment, any illness that you might find. You can choose what you want and broadcast it to your body. So for instance, I used it a lot for allergies, or back pain, neck pain, for immune defense. And when I've had different viruses, you're able to run just different frequencies exactly. If you have a fever, if you have nausea, I've used it for a burnt finger, just literally anything. My mom has Parkinson's, and she's using this to help immensely with her tremors. It's been great. And if you know anything about homeopathy, there's a lot of homeopathic frequencies, which are just amazing. But you don't have to know homeopathy, because there are ways in here that make it so easy just to scan and know exactly what your body is in need of. And we got a couple testimonies here from using the frequencies. This is Carol talking about using them for hot flashes and for menopause, and how it over, just a brief amount of time, they started to decrease, and now she has no more hot flashes. So without medication, it's non-invasive and it's simple to use, and yeah, you can create all kinds of results. Here is a testimony from a practitioner who was using it for a little girl that had some bladder troubles. And she was running the frequencies. You can see that list, the bladder information, bladder troubles, diabetes, hormonal imbalance, all of these things. Plus she was scanning and optimizing. So this is kind of showing everything that she did. And, the mom sent her a great testimony that she didn't have to go to the bathroom several times before bed. And she's very grateful for that. So you can see you can use it for all kinds of different things.
Yes, I feel like we are so blessed. We witness miracles every day for a living using this technology. We have thousands and thousands of more testimonials like this that we wish we had time to share with you tonight. Personally, I also have benefited from SEFI. SEFI got rid of a benign cyst that I had had in my breast for 10 years in just 3 days. Because everything is energy, including us. As I mentioned earlier, we respond really well to this, and it's non-invasive, and I am for sure grateful that that is gone in my body. So the next thing we want to share with you tonight is called Multicast. It plays off of SEFI. What this allows you to do is support up to 16 people in your family, your community, your practice at one time using the different SEFI frequencies. So this is also a newer program to AOScan. Lauren Swenson, our founder, has said that AOScan technology will never be finished. It's continued to evolve over the last 4 years with new frequencies and programs, and the price has never changed. He is truly committed to helping others and to serving others. So it's a beautiful place to be here at Solux. However, or more so on Multicast, I love Multicast because I used to have to, as a practitioner, because I used to have to send frequencies one at a time to people, and it took a good part of my day. And now I can help up to 16 people at one time. So it's just made my life a lot easier. I can still have the same great outcomes with it. So I'm really grateful for this. You can do as many different groups as you want. So oftentimes practitioners will have an anxiety group, they'll have a sleep group, and they're putting everybody who's signed up to receive this energy support into those groups and send them the SEFI frequencies that way. So the possibilities are endless with this tool.
Yeah, one thing that I didn't mention with SEFI too is that it can be used at a distance. So you don't have to be in person to receive these, that you can broadcast them to people anywhere in the world once you set up a profile for them. So it's super convenient.
Yes, the remote capabilities. It allows you to expand your practice or your business by being able to help more people outside of your community.
Right, yes. And then the next one we're going to talk about is AOTune. And AOTune is tuning forks. There are 37 different tuning forks that are built into the technology. And again, they make it so simple that you can just scan yourself or scan your whoever you are working on and find out exactly which tuning fork that they need at the time. And then there are some little transducers that you can use that will emit the frequency of the tuning fork, and they also vibrate. And so you can place them on different parts of the body depending on what tuning fork you have and what you're doing with that. And these are amazing. I absolutely love feeling the vibration of the frequency on the body. We used them on, my husband had bursitis in his knee, and we had gone for a walk and his knee was hurting, and we put the transducer right on his knee and played it for 2 minutes, and it took about 10 minutes probably. It didn't happen immediately, but pretty quickly. The pain just dissipated. And the way that I've used these the most recently is just on there. You can see there's a category for organs. So there's all the different, or several different organs in the body. There's lungs, and a lot of the digestive things. So I have working on my digestive system, and so I put them on my stomach in the different areas of my gallbladder, my liver, my stomach, and just kind of balance everything out in the evening. So these are really fun, and it's a newer addition.
It's like a one-stop shop for all your wellness needs, right? We've got tuning forks, we've got homeopathy and Bach flower frequencies. It's awesome. Okay, let's see what's next. So one of the reasons why AOScan is so different than a lot of other tools out there is because it really takes the bio-individual approach to your health, right? We're all unique individuals, and each one of us has different needs. And so the blanket approach of saying, well, you need these supplements or you should change your diet to this. Well, how do we really know unless we know where the imbalances are on a deep level in your body? AOScan shows us this, and I'll get into some programs in a minute to show you how. So you want to, of course, understand you and your client's unique blueprint, because that's so important for vital healing. This technology educates you on the energetic state of your being, not anybody else's. So one of the programs we use to do this is called Vitals. It scans and optimizes your blood biology in different body systems. So what does that mean? Well, it's going to identify where imbalances are occurring in areas like food and environmental sensitivities, hormones and thyroid, gastrointestinal function. It has a whole detoxification panel, cardiovascular, your minerals, your vitamins, all of your pathogens like parasites and bacteria, your chakra and meridians, and much more. Once it identifies where the imbalances are, it then sends the balancing frequencies back to your body to try and shift those imbalances to a place of homeostasis. This is, the AOScan technology uses a database of 170,000 frequencies that have been cataloged by quantum physicists and scientists all over the world, where different cells or different cells or organs resonate in your body. So it's pretty amazing, and the reports are awesome. We have a little example of what they look like here, but here are some testimonials from people who have used Vitals. So Evie was a client, and she had recently had a blood test done with her regular doctor, and it showed that she had high glucose levels. She then did an AO scan, which also picked up on that. So oftentimes practitioners will find that their lab results, such as urine samples, hair analysis, and even blood work, are in alignment with what the AO scan is picking up on. At the bottom here, we have another example of someone's blood work where it showed that they had high TSH levels, and the AO scan, you see those numbers 7 and 9, also identified that. The good news is with AO scan, we're not just identifying where the imbalances are, we're helping you do something about it, right? You get that extra benefit. And then over here on the right of the screen, you will see a before and after picture of someone's vitals scan. This person had been suffering from post-viral symptoms. They had lost their taste, they had migraines, their oxygen was low, and they even had nerve pain. After using vitals regularly and SEFI, all of those symptoms dissipated. All right, another program on AO scan is called Comprehensive. This is like your MRI, CT scan of the body from an energetic standpoint. You can also scan and optimize. So if you have digestive issues, if you have knee pains, you can scan and see, is that knee pain coming from connective tissue, or is it related to the bone or a nerve or the muscle? And then send the balancing frequencies back to help bring it into a better, healthier state. So it's very detailed. You can scan any anatomical thing in the body. So your arteries, your musculoskeletal system, like I mentioned, your nerves, your lymphatic system, your eyes, your chromosome, any of your organs. This is super helpful for me as a practitioner to identify. I had somebody recently with shoulder pain, why she's having shoulder pain, and then we can better help support her in healing that. So this is what the report looks like. It's very detailed. Don't worry. Training is provided. It's super easy to learn how to read the reports, but look at the level of detail. You will know more about your body or your patient's body than you ever thought possible. And there's more. It doesn't just stop there. You can use almost any of these programs on your pets, your dogs, cats, and horses, but we have people sending frequencies to their chickens, their donkeys, their birds. The options are endless. We also send frequencies to our home. There's so much you can do with AO Scan. You can also scan and optimize each individual body system. Your teeth, there's a whole dental and TMJ program. I always like to say it's not an all or nothing, meaning you don't have to use every program to succeed. We know there's a lot here. Even if you led with just inner voice and offered that to your family, your community, those you serve, you will be helping them tremendously on their healing journey. Want to add here that we do have a hormone panel. Not just women, but men too, because of all of the endocrine disruptors out in our world and toxins. We're seeing more and more hormone imbalances show up for people. And so this is a very powerful program to be able to understand where your hormones are at throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout your cycle, and to be able to do something about it. We also have a program called Homeoenergetics. This is the detox program. We have over 30 different options now to both support different body systems, but also help detox. So you can see we have bacteria, chemical, insect, herpes, Lyme, mold, nicotine, pesticide, vaccination detox, virus detox, and then other things like adrenal thyroid support and female endocrine support. All of these frequency sets contain both homeopathic and herbal frequencies to open up your lymphatic system and, of course, help you detox with whichever category you choose.
So with all that we've looked at with this, one thing I also want to say is that it is so comprehensive. There is so much there, but they've also made it very intuitive, very user-friendly. So it is very easy to use the technology. And like Hannah said, there's training, available to you all the way through. But one other amazing thing about using the frequency technology and the AO scan is that it also is preventative for your health. So when things in your body are out of balance energetically, that starts to happen way before you feel symptoms or you start to feel sick. And so this can not only, like Hannah said earlier, not only identify imbalances, but help you to optimize those before they become something worse. I was with a friend a few weeks ago out for dinner, and the next afternoon, she called and said, "I've been so sick. I was in the ER. I have COVID. I have strep throat." And so I was able to get on top of that, before I even started to feel sick, and just kind of breeze through it. Although I could tell, I think my body was struggling a bit because I was a little tired. I breezed right through it for the next week. So it helps you just get on top of things. You can see on here, environmental stressors, even low energy, and to neutralize negative and low energies as well. And here are some things that practitioners who have been using this talk about how spot on it is, how accurate and unbelievable. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say that when they do a scan. They're just like, "You read my mail. I can't believe it can tell you all of this about me." And so we hear that over and over again, that it's very, very accurate. And here are a few things that practitioners are doing with it. I won't read through all of them, but they can clear and shield the energy of themselves, of their patients in their office. There are the Bach flowers and the homeopathic remedies that we talked about. Find out what supplements that they need, can look at any kind of imbalances in the body and also in the emotions, and using that sound therapy is a great way to help people in between practitioner visits. This is a holistic nurse who is using this, who just said that this has been the best tool that she has had in her practice. And Hannah mentioned earlier running groups. You can help multiple people at a time. Here's some of the ones she's done are stress and anxiety, hormone balance, allergies, and she's got a monthly membership. So there's just really a lot of different ways that practitioners can incorporate this. And as you can see, it is a full spectrum wellness solution, and it empowers you to be able to do so much for yourself, your family, your clients, and no equipment needed. You can run it on your own phone and computers, just super easy, safe, non-invasive, and Solex makes it very affordable as well.
Yes, and before we jump into that next slide, I just want to share how much, even personally, this technology has changed my life as well. There's nothing more empowering as a mom to be able to help your child in that immediate moment when they have something going on. Whether it be, for example, my daughter had a nursing maid's elbow. I'm not sure if you ever heard of that, but her elbow came out of her socket. And all she did was gently put her hand down. So I, of course, had no idea what was going on. But on our way to the urgent care, I was able to help keep her calm. She went from screaming, crying to me playing the inner peace frequencies, the pain-free frequencies, peace, calm, tranquility, Arnica, Montana, and she was able to rest peacefully in my arms until we could figure out what the issue was. So it's situations like that where I sit back and just, I'm just so grateful, and reflect on how my life would look so different if I didn't have this tool in our box at home to support our family whenever we need from anywhere. Okay, so additionally, Solex is growing and we now have so many amazing quantum tools. We are your one-stop shop for all of your wellness solutions. No matter what you have going on in your life, we have something to support you. We just like to share that we also now have a PEMF and infrared mat, which we call our Infinity Mat. We have a waterless foot detox. We have a red and blue light infinity terahertz wand, and we also offer red light therapy on its own, which is great for circulation and inflammation and energy. I know Heather and I use all of these on a daily, weekly basis. We love our frequency technology.
Yes. I'm away from my infinity mat right now and I'm missing it.
It is. It's like a cozy little hug from the earth when you can't
Yes.
be outside. Okay, so additionally, we want you to join our community. We want you to know that it's not just signing up for this software and figuring out how to use it on your own. You really become a part of our family, a part of our mission, which is to raise the vibration of the planet by helping people put their health back into their hands with quantum technology tools from Solex. Our vision in our community and on Team Taurus is to help every person with the AOScan technology achieve the Taurus balance between spirit, mind, and body, and to improve their health and well-being and raise the vibration, as I mentioned, of our planet. Because when we are all feeling better, when we have joy and peace in our hearts, and when we physically have energy and we're sleeping well and we don't feel stressed and there's no pain, we naturally do better. And we know that we need more people doing better in this world. So we want you to be a part of that. It starts with you and taking care of yourself, and then it ripples out to the rest of the world. So together, we are cultivating a community of high-vibing, wise, and unique, beautiful humans, leading with compassion and integrity to make this world a healthier and happier place. We have grown to, that number needs to be updated, over 1,800 worldwide. And we also want you to know that we are here to support you, and you being successful is our goal, whether it is with this technology, with your business, with your family, and your health. We provide support throughout the month, team trainings. We want to make sure that you know how to use your technology. We have a lovely onboarding process. And the company also, Solex, provides training. They have different courses to offer you. They do weekly calls. And so the possibilities are endless with your health, with your life, with your business when you have this technology in your hands. So with all of that, I'm sure you're wondering, well, it was $30,000. What is this going to cost me? The investment is only $149 per month, which is less than $5 a day. And that allows you to help unlimited people, including pets and animals, every single day. You will not find anything else this comprehensive, this effective on the market for this price point. So we ask that you connect with the person who brought you here, invited you to this call tonight, so that you can get started, that you can start taking your health back. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have a marvelous evening and rest of August, and cheers to your health and your bright future.
Great. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Night. Thank you so much.